Hi, welcome to Northern Zen Yoga. My name is Sandra, and this is a series of tutorials on how to do some of the modifications on postures that you have been finding the most difficult. Now, the next one we're going to look at is downward facing dog. Now, down dog is a difficult posture. It's one that even I, to this day, am not very fond of. It's very difficult for me to do because of my shoulders, mostly. I have a hard time having too much weight for too long on my shoulders because of injuries that I've had in the past. I've had rotator cuff injuries, I've had bursitis, I've had all these things. We all get this stuff happening to us, especially as we start sliding from 50 on. So what we're going to do in this case is I'm going to show you how to get into downward facing dog in the most comfortable way possible. And then I'm going to show you the modification which you can use in place of downward facing dog using both a chair and the floor. And the modification that we use on the floor is called down puppy. And down puppy is equivalent to downward facing dog if you're at a certain point in your ability to do yoga. So let's first look at downward facing dog. So down dog is a posture where you're using your shoulders to hold the body weight and the top part of your body weight up. And what you need to do is think about the mechanics of how the shoulder is constructed. A lot of people put their hands wide apart, and that puts a lot of pressure onto the shoulders. Other people have their hands too close, and again, that opens up the back too much, and now your back is unevenly supporting the weight of the body. So what we want to do is we want to have our hands just a little bit wider than ears, straight out in front, and then we're going to gently turn our palms so that our heels of our hands are pushed out and our fingers are coming more toward each other. Now you can play in this zone to find the place that feels best for you. We don't want our hands splayed out this way where the fingers are away from us and the palms and the heels of the hands are turned inward. This, again, is opening up the shoulder blades. We want the shoulder blades to flatten down on the back. So think about what you're doing when you're sitting here like this. Pull your shoulder blades and flatten them down. So you're going to drop the shoulders down. If I start to pull my shoulders in, opens up the shoulder blades. What we want is nice flat shoulder blades on the back. This will help to assist the muscles in supporting the torso. So let's begin by getting into the position. So we start from the kneeling position. And we're going to take our hands and we're going to reach out and walk our hands away from us. And then slightly turn the fingers toward each other. This will open up the armpits out to the side. It will naturally put our shoulder blades in a position of flattening down onto the back. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, and push into the hands, and let your head just relax down. Your bum is up in the air. Now your knees are soft, and you don't have to worry about whether your heels make it to the floor or not. If you're here and you're struggling and it hurts and your shoulders are not holding on very good, take a moment, drop to your knees, and then push back up again. You can do this as many times as you like, up and down, as long as the instructor has you in the down dog position. So when I first started yoga, I was up and down, probably about 5, 6, 10 times, depending how long they expected us to hold it. I could probably only hold the down dog position for just a matter of seconds. So don't feel bad. That's you right now. It's not going to be you forever. Even to this day, I cannot hold down dog for very long. It's just one of those things that is my nemesis. But if even getting up onto your hands seems to be an impossibility, you can't do it, you have the option of doing down puppy. So down puppy, we start off exactly the same way, reaching our hands off to the front of the mat, stretching out, turning our fingers slightly toward each other,
Only this time, we're up as high as we can get our bottom on our knees, and pushing our hands away, we let our head come down toward the mat. So, if you're feeling too much stretch, this is where the block comes in. Resting your head on the block, just think about pushing your bottom up. So one of the things we're going for with either down dog or down puppy is this elevated back here. So we want to have a nice curve. We want our tailbone to turn up. And there you have it. You're in down dog position called down puppy. So from down dog, it's quite easy to come into the forward fold. But a lot of people have a difficulty in thinking, how am I going to come into the forward fold when I'm down on my knees and the teacher says, walk your feet forward. So what you're going to do when you're cued from down dog to walk your feet forward and you're in down puppy is you're going to push your hands up toward you a little closer. You're going to bring your foot up, even if you have to help it. Get one foot up. You can also use the block, push into. You're going to lift up the other leg and bring it forward, and now you're in forward fold. Using your thigh muscles, push yourself upright again when you're told to come back up. Now, you want to maybe use a chair. If you find that just getting down on the floor is your problem and you're using the chair instead, this is how you can go into your down dog. So, chair facing us, instructor says, let's go into down dog. So, feet nicely planted, you're going to reach out. You're going to do exactly the same thing with your hands as you would if you were on the floor. You're going to turn the fingers toward yourself, slide your hands out as far as you can, and remember that little flip up of the tailbone. Drop your head down between your arms, and here's your down dog. And this is probably the only position I can get in down dog where my heels will be touching the floor. So if you want more stretch and you feel confident enough, you can actually hold on to the front of the chair, move your feet back more. You're going to get much more action into the shoulders. But probably, if you're doing a chair yoga position, you probably aren't able to do that anyway, so don't worry about it. Now, when you're told to come into the forward fold, you're going to use the chair for support. Start walking your feet toward the chair, and then you can come down onto your elbows. Relax your knees slightly, and you're in the forward fold using the chair. And when you're told to come back up, of course, you're going to use the chair to help push you back up again. And when you get to this point, use your thighs, straighten your body back out. And now you're in standing pose. I hope this really helped. Practice these positions, moving in and out of them a few times so that they feel a little less awkward when you're doing a class and you're just hearing a call out to do down dog or to do forward fold, so that you will know exactly what you need to do to get into it. Thanks again. I'll see you next time. Bye.